Hello boys and girls, how we doing? Now listen, if you love garlic, you're really going to like this recipe. And it's not actually one of mine, I nicked it. I didn't nick it actually, no, I borrowed it. And I've kind of adapted it to make it my own. It's by this lady here. You've probably seen this book in the background of my videos before. Mamushka by Olia Hercules. And I've made this before, but I've kind of like changed it a bit, make little twists on it to make it my own. And it's garlicky white rabbit, but we're not using rabbit, we're using chicken. And it is so simple to make. Really, really simple. But it is punchy. Trust me, it's got a lot of garlic in there, but it's really delicious. And we're using chicken thighs instead of rabbit because, well, they're cheaper and they're accessible. It's not like you can nip down Tesco's and get a rabbit, is it? But a shout out to Olia Hercules, fantastic little recipe, so we're gonna make it today. But before we crack on with it, folks, do the usual thing. Like, share and subscribe. It does help me, I really do appreciate it, because it gets these recipes out to more people. It's a cheap, easy recipe, and it's what we all need in this bloody economy. Because we're all f***ed. Right, come on, let's crack on with it. Let's make this garlicky rabbit, but it's not, it's chicken. Yeah, come on. And as always, all the ingredients will be listed below this video in the video description, and they will flash up on the screen now, so you can kind of pause the video, take a note, write down what you need, etc, etc. But there's very few ingredients in this. It's very cheap, it's very accessible and easy to do. Chicken thighs, obviously, we are going to take the skin off, but buy the skin on thighs because we get more for your money for a start. And when you take the skins off, you can pop them in a freezer bag, stick them in the freezer, then at some point you can defrost them. You can make like really nice crunchy chicken skins, just like, you know, seasoned up, put in the oven. And then make a great little snack, or crush them up, then make a nice little seasoning for chips. Got some chicken stock, salt, pepper, got some sour cream, and then the star of the show, the garlic. No, your eyes do not deceive you, that is 10 cloves of garlic. I've actually tamed it down a bit. The recipe actually calls for like 16. It says 16 small ones, but I've gone for like 10, a couple of small ones, a couple of medium ones. Yeah, so I've just toned it down a little bit, but yeah, 10 cloves of garlic. And believe it or not, that is actually it. That's all you're going to need for this recipe. Prep is really, really minimal. All we're going to do is just take the garlic cloves, peel them, and we're going to make nice little thin slices. The thighs, I'll just take it out of its packet, and then all you need to do is just take your hand, like a maniac, and rip its skin off. And like I said, just pop the skins in a little freezer bag, label them up, stick them in the freezer, and you can use them another time. And that is it prep-wise. There's nothing else to do. So we can start cooking it. Let's do that. Now, for those of you that might be concerned about all that garlic, don't worry, not all of it is going to go into the dish. I should make like garlic perfume or aftershave. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? No, that'd be a terrible idea. Yeah, so we're not going to put all of this into the actual dish. Half of it, we're going to make our garnish. Get down here. So into my pan here, I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable oil. You could use sunflower. I wouldn't use olive oil. We're going to go about a tablespoon and a half. Get this onto a sort of lowish heat. I would say number 3 for electric hob. We don't want this screaming hot, okay? Because this bit is going to take a bit of skill, bit of watching. I'm also going to lay down some kitchen paper. 4 sheets will do. So we need that to drain our garlic chips. Now, as that oil is just starting to get hot, we'll go in with about half of our sliced garlic. Now, here's where you've got to watch it. Can't take your eyes off these because, you know, you'll run the risk of them burning. Once they're burnt, they're knackered. You'll have to start again. But what you want is a nice sort of golden brown, a nice light tan on them. Okay, you don't want to take them too far because they'll go bitter. So just keep an eye on them. They'll take about 60 seconds or so. Right, let's get these out onto the paper towel. That's the colour you want. Don't take them any further than that. You see how they're just like a light golden tan? That is what you want. Any further, they're going to be bitter. See this little bastard here? He's going to taste a little bit bitter. Chuck it out. And then put the pan back onto the heat. I have taken out a little bit of the oil because there was a bit too much. Go in with our chicken thighs. And just spend a couple of minutes just giving those chicken thighs a little bit of colour. You know, you don't need to go crazy. Next, we're going to go in with the rest of the garlic. Launch it in there. Obviously, don't use flipping metal tongs on a non-stick pan. That's a stupid idea. Also, I forgot to mention... Oh, did I drop garlic on the floor? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I forgot to mention, the reason why we took the skin off is because, obviously, this is going to be submerged in sauce. You know, any kind of browning on the skin to kind of get it crispy is just going to be null and void. Right, so there's no point to take it off because it's just going to go soggy in the sauce, so there's no point. Then take your sour cream, just add it to your chicken stock, give it a quick whisk, and then add it straight to your chicken and garlic. Hit it with some salt, and I like plenty of black pepper. I love pepper. The recipe doesn't call for it, but it's nice in it, I think. Give that a bit of a smoosh around. Then you want to pop a lid on that. Garlic chicken. It's got sour cream in it, garlic, chicken thighs. Look, it's very nice. I promise. Yeah, and tomorrow. Yeah, weekend off. Then back in Sunday. Yeah. It's alright. My neighbour Stephanie. So just simmer the chicken for about an hour, I'd say, give or take, until it's cooked all the way through and it's nice and fork tender. So I'm going to just chill out for an hour. See you in a bit. So it's been just under an hour, but I think this chicken is now done. So what I'm going to do is just take the thighs out, pop them onto a plate for a second. And I'm going to turn the heat up because this sauce needs to reduce a bit. It's a bit too runny at the minute. And then taking a couple of forks, the chicken, I'm just going to take it straight off the bone. Just shred it off into sort of bite-sized pieces. Don't need to be too fussy with it. So once you've shredded your chicken, you can add that back to the sauce. Warm that chicken back through. Let that sauce reduce a little bit. And then you're done. And you can serve this with whatever you like. The recipe suggests either pasta or rice. I'm having mine with rice. So serve it up into a nice deep bowl on top of your rice or your pasta. And then don't forget to top it with those lovely crispy garlic chips. I'm also adding a bit of spring onion, just because I've got it. You don't have to add it though. Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, but I get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me because I'm gonna be up. Get a big biteful. That is actually glorious. If you don't like garlic, you're gonna hate it. But if you're a massive fan of garlic like me, you're gonna absolutely love this. So a massive thank you to Olia for the inspiration for this dish. I know I kind of nicked your recipe, but I kind of adapted it to make it my own. And if you want to buy this book, because it is really good, I'll put a link down in the description below, and I'll put a link up on the screen as well. But for transparency, I will get a little bit of commission if you do buy it. So there we have it. That's my garlicky chicken with sour cream, inspired by Olia. Serve that with rice, bit of pasta. It's entirely up to you. Thanks for watching. I'm going to shoot off now, finish the rest of this, wash up, and then chill out for the rest of the afternoon. But of course, if you enjoyed the video, stick a like on it, share it to your friends and family. Again, get it out to the people in need. It's a nice, cheap, easy recipe this, quick to put together, great kind of midweek meal when you get home from work, and it don't cost loads of this. But I shall love and leave you, because it's getting cold right now. So I'll see you next time. Delicious.